Well, look, we're all waiting for further details on what this 10 billion trees means. Is it just 10 billion seeds are planted and then of which a small percentage survive? Or is it 10 billion trees that will become mature in the next 20 to 30 years? Because tree planting is something that's long-term. You don't just plant a seed and think it will survive. So the right areas need to be selected, which historically had trees. I think also, you don't want to go in there and just plant any kind of species of tree as well. It's really important to understand what the water resources are and what the water demand is for those trees. Otherwise, you could create other problems. So I think if it's done in a careful kind of science-based way, using good science and research, as well as working with good kind of local knowledge, working with local communities, I think, who knows, it might be a success. We don't know yet, but it's the kind of thing that requires a bit more thinking to plan it properly and make sure in the long term that the trees can survive. It's a diversity of trees as well. So it shouldn't just be any one single species, but using local indigenous plants and species that you find in this region. They should be they should consume very small amounts of water. So even date palm trees consume a lot of water. And yes, they produce dates, which you can sell and great income, but the date palms do use a lot of water. So there's other types of species of fruits and other types of trees that could be used. So for example, the cedar tree, which is native to this region, it's a very important tree because it's also used for honey. So the honeybees would go to the cedar trees and actually create honey from the pollen from those trees. So that could be a really nice way to generate income and local livelihoods and new types and bring that culture back again in the Arab world and bring that kind of honey, the land of milk and honey, as this part of the world was known. Let's bring that back to the world and be proud of that kind of culture. So I think there's potential there. I think we need to see the details, but if it's done in the right way with the right kind of science and research, the right kind of stakeholders involved in shaping the ideas, it could be done.